taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
But yeah, speaking of upsets too, Top Rank also had a card that night too. And unfortunately, obviously a lot of attention on that card was drowned out by Haney and Prograde though, but the word of mouth spread fast for the main event when it happened, because I was watching both screens with Robeisy Ramirez and Rafael Espinoza. Like, now, if you heard our preview on it, now obviously Robeisy Ramirez, he got past the fuck up of his debut, and he's been whooping ass like a Cuban fighter's supposed to be whooping ass, at least a new age Cuban fighter, not like a Bartholomew or anything like that, nigga. So it's like, he's doing this thing. But the one thing that I kept on mentioning was like, why is Top Rank throwing him in with all these tall featherweights? Like, does it seem like it was like one tall featherweight after another with this motherfucker, man? And then Espinoza comes in there with his 6'1" self. I was like, God damn, where did they even find this dude at?
Dude, honestly, I feel like Ramirez done pissed off a tall nigga at the damn Top Rank headquarters, and they took it to heart. Cause he's probably that nigga who's like, yeah. But buy the matchmaking room coffee and donuts this morning. Nigga did that the whole year to get back at Ramirez. Like, I see you. Like, and then, you tall niggas is manipulative.
and then this one, and not a tall nigga that with power, 21-0 with 18 or 19 knockouts,
throwing straight shots. Who knew distance? No Paul Williams, no Fundora shit.
Yeah, no. And honestly, I wasn't expecting any fight of the year. I was like, okay, it's either Ramirez will just find his chin at some point, like he did with the Japanese fighter, like earlier this year, or that was it. I wasn't expecting anything like that. That was a legit fight of the year candidate. Like, they were fucking throwing some hands, like it was fucking impressive. Like, Espinoza already let him know that he was in this to win this fight. And yes, like LB said, like the distance, the constant activity, like dude was throwing like 90 to 100 punches around.
One round, didn't he throw like 123 or some shit?
Yeah, in the final round. Like
nigga. Like, dude, think about that. Look, bro. Y'all listen to that for a second. This nigga threw 123 punches in the 12th fucking round. Mm-hmm. He already threw half the amount of punches Prograde threw in 12 rounds. Right. And he threw that in the last round. Think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's like goddamn, and the funny thing is too is I don't know what Ramirez thought he was doing. Ramirez thought he could take all this shit, like he could take all this take all that punishment from Ramirez, but he was dishing it out though. And honestly, I thought the fight was a wrap, because dude hit dude with a clean right hook that set him crumpling. I was like, yeah, and it was fucking.
He hurt dude 2 fucking months to lose that fight, bro.
Yeah,
I'd be ashamed of myself. I'm hurting a big ass nigga like that, and I don't take him out. I don't win.
Yeah, and funny thing is too is, and lucky Ramirez, if it wasn't so close to the end of that round, Ramirez would have been done in round 5. Like, he was that close.
Yeah. That bell saved him, because that type of knockdown, if you show somebody that knockdown, they would think that fight was over.
Yeah, it was.
And dude, and you saw how the camera panned out when fucking with he fell into the ropes. Like, that nigga did the Trevor Burbick.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he did the Trevor Burbick. He literally, oh shit, and it zoomed out like. Yo, Top Rank with the cinematography fuckery. Like, who was the college intern who did that shit, nigga?
I mean, hey man, that was extra credit for that nigga, bro.
Yeah, that was fire. Like, good touch. That was fire.
Yeah, but even after all that, so it didn't even matter. Like, you would think, like, okay, Ramirez Espinoza needs to clear his head. No, that motherfucker went right back at it. Like, he was willing to put his chin out on the line. Shakur Stevenson, you need to watch some of that. Like, it's like
facts.
Yeah, because even though he believed in himself, he believed in his defense, he believed in his lack of defense. I'm not saying because this dude was not no defensive wizard, but he believed in his chin and went right back to work.
In his offense too, because he did try to block certain shit He was doing the fight night round 1 lead back.
Yeah.
So, he was trying to be defensive aware. I give him that, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was like, and one thing that Ramirez didn't do is like, you have a tall, lanky fighter like that with a long torso like that. Why don't you go to the body? Motherfucker was strictly headhunted.
That's how he lost the fight, my nigga.
Yeah, he did. Like, that's exactly like. And the fun things too is Espinoza didn't forget to go to his body, but Ramirez just took all that shit like that shit wasn't going to affect him. That was like. And I'm thinking to myself, God damn, like, although in my head I was like, God damn, does Ramirez really have really punch resistance like that? Because I'm pretty sure dude is getting hurt by this guy, but he's taking a lot of shit, like a lot of shit, And I know Espinoza said that he fractured his foot in sometime in the fight though, but it didn't stop him. And
putting his foot in his ass, really?
But it was crazy though. But in the last 3 rounds, like 10, 11, and 12, Espinoza just like he stepped on the gas, like it was like vroom vroom, like dude took it into the second gear and wore Robeisy Ramirez out, culminating with him going down in the 12th round. Like finally, because Ramirez he started to wobble from all that punishment, and then Ramirez goes down to both knees in the final round, which gave him the fight. Because if Ramirez actually stayed up, he probably would have kept his belt by it might have been like a draw or something like that.
All right, this scorecard took 2 commercial breaks. I was worried for a sec.
Yeah, no, because they said because the judges found a discrepancy in the cards. So I'm like, okay, this is some top rank shit going on.
I think some funny business.
Yeah,
the fight was close, but the right guy won.
I thought because both guys got knocked down, they could have drawn it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good decision.
Yeah, the scores were cool with me. I was cool with everything like that because, but Ramirez won the fight in the last 3 rounds because dude emptied out his whole tank. Like he wanted it.
He kind of ran away with the fight, and then the knockdown at the end was a clincher. Yeah, but without the knockdown, it might be like I could say it could be a draw.
It would have been a split draw, somewhere around there. Yeah.
But that knockdown was just big because, that's the thing. And him sweeping those rounds without the knockdown, it's like you don't want him to lose. But then it's like he probably didn't do enough to win because he got dropped.
Right.
But that's why it's like, man, yeah, honestly, y'all nigga, which one of y'all said, what's his name? So Corey Stevenson got to look at that performance.
Me. I said that.
Yeah, nigga, ditto. A lot of these niggas got to look at that performance because bro was up against it, man. And he ain't let that shit bother him.
No, not at all. Yeah. And I was happy to, obviously, upsets happen. But it was just like I said again, at least that fight, that's a fight of the year. So if that fight was to bust your parlay, it would be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That dude just wanted it. It happens.
No bridges.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
At least Ramirez, he lost though, but dude at least put in the work to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, dude. Hey, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. But it's how you lose. Ramirez still lost like a champion. You know what I mean? Not the best strategy, but the effort was there. He tried to win, man.
Right.
That's my only thing with Prograde. That's why I'm just you look so bad. It just has to be it has to be the weight, bro. It just looked like you just weren't I can't. I'm just. And you look just as bad as Josh Taylor. So, and Ramirez, he didn't look like neither one of y'all niggas. He looked like he wanted his fucking belt.
Yeah, he wanted it. Yeah.
He ran into a motherfucker who, that tall nigga energy is serious, bro. I'm just be honest.
6'1". Yeah, that was crazy.
And he's 5'6".
Yeah,
dude, that's a 7-inch height advantage.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
even when me and Rome spar, that's just we just 6 inches apart. 7 inches, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, that was easily that was a true blue fight of the year, man. And like I said, so and for Robeisy Ramirez, I mean, yeah, it was a hard second loss though, but I gained more respect for him for actually thumping the way he did. You know,
yo, he won the title against Dog Bay, or he defended it.
That was for a vacant. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was for the vacant though.
It was
That
vacant. Okay,
But he did have a defense. He had a defense.
Yeah.
He had one defense on the old Japanese guy on the Inoue.
word, because I know they both fought this year. Like I know he fought. This is his third fight, but
He fought an old
I was just
Japanese
gonna say it was like it's almost like he had the Dog Bay curse in a way. Like even though he ain't had to beat him for the belt, he won he had to fight somebody who was a former champ for a vacant title. So I'll say he really fought for a belt. Like I'll give him that.
right?
And he fought a Dog Bay who turned his fucking career around.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he get all the credit, but I felt like he inherited like the Dog Bay gene or some shit, because this nigga ran into his fucking Navarrete.
Yeah.
He ran into a tall nigga who throw hands, a lot of hands, and got power.
Fundora, yeah, he ran to his Fundora too.
Yeah, and then also
like, that's 154, bro. Like Navarrete was a nigga who beat the shit out of Dog Bay. Like,
right.
and these niggas might get a rematch.
Yeah, Espinoza, yeah, they were talking that rematch shit too, and it was just like, and,
Dude, it could literally be the whole Dog Bay situation where Ramirez get that rematch, and Espinoza looked at the tape and like, you know what? I could beat this nigga even worse the next time.
Yeah, and that's what it's looked like to me though. But shout out to the dirty ESPN cameras again. You know, follow them into the locker room. You see fucking Ramirez breaking down and crying again. ESPN lingers. I don't know who thinks that's like, you know, like them niggas love them dirty cameras, boy. Like,
that nigga, yo, it's like, why they couldn't keeping the nigga who was doing the zoom out? Like, y'all brought it the hating ass.
Exactly. Like, what the hell is this?
Why
like,
you didn't zoom out the fucking locker room? Y'all niggas zoomed in.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't even see the stumble into the ropes crystal clear, like when it happened, like live.
Right.
We had to see the zoom out on some like fucking Virtual Fighter 2 arcade shit, nigga. Like,
yes.
when niggas is round one, motherfucker had to run. And you see these niggas like,
yeah,
fucking cameras like a 50 feet away. Like, nigga, hold on, run to the motherfucking fight, World Star. Like, but locker room, y'all niggas on some like, nah, fuck it, we gotta get this. Hold on. Who's the guy who interned from Maury? Yeah, bring this nigga for that part. Yeah, him. Cause you athletic as fuck, nigga. You be running after niggas like, yeah. But dude, honestly, this was a good fucking weekend of boxing, though. Real shit.
No, it absolutely, positively was, man. And like in the top right card, first of all, it wasn't that bad too. Particularly because some of the prospects on there got tested. Fucking Tiger Johnson got tested. And Jahai Tucker. I don't know what. This is where I have to criticize Tim Bradley again. Now everyone knows Jahai Tucker's kind of been struggling a little bit. He come off a close loss. And this motherfucker was like, within the second round, talking about, well, this motherfucker's about to get cut. And they're making jokes about this shit. I'm like, let this young motherfucker cook. Like, let him actually try to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have
to... that nigga is savage.
Yeah. This dude will be like, I mean, this is like Timmy in Australia all over again. Like, dude, it's like, yo, let this dude actually try to win the fight. And, you know, Jahai Tucker, he got a draw, and it was a hard fight for him, too. It was a really good fight. It was a hard fight. But goddamn, like, wait until the fight is done when you start talking about this cut shit, because, you know, because
you influence niggas' lives, yo.
Yeah, because we all know Top Rank is, is going, has been cutting fighters if they're not producing in some sort of way, and it's not a secret that Jahai Tucker's in that spot where where F.A. Ajabo was, but now F.A. Ajabo is probably cool for now because he understands what Bob wants from him, and Jahai Tucker is, he's working that out, but he hasn't lost yet. He just
the boxing gods gave him another chance.
Exactly, because they see Timmy was talking all that fuck shit, so he was like,
it was like,
do you think he deserved that draw? Because he lost his last fight. Do you think that was a draw, that fight?
Yes. I mean, if I thought someone won, it'd be Verone, but only by a little bit. But it definitely wasn't. It was an even fight, though.
Could you make the case that Tucker won?
You could also make that too.
Okay, so it could go either way, but a draw was the best.
Oh, okay, I thought it was legitimate. I thought it was a legitimate draw.
I mean, Jahai got hurt a little bit, but he was holding his own.
I respect that.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't think. I mean, Verone held his. I think because I know it was a top right draw because I know they didn't want Verone to catch an L like that, so that's why I was like, I already knew, like, yeah, it was going to be.
Yeah, they managed that better than how.
I thought they were going to give it to. I thought they were going to give it to Verone.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so too, low key.
Yeah, but either way, I'm not mad at it. But it's like I said, though, it's time for the prospects to step up. So I'm not even mad at the give him a job. But I mean, Jahai Tucker definitely earned another shot. Like, you know, he's thumping. Like, you know, Timmy gotta let him cook a little bit. Like, goddamn, like they'll be trying to like cut a nigga before he's actually officially cut. Or
and the boy Tiger might lose soon. It feels like
this nigga the super villain.
Yeah. And then also too, I mean, shout out to, I mean, in the one fight that I was kind of wrong about, I thought it would be like Polanco Keith Hunter. Now, although Keith Hunter did have a moment where he had Polanco on Queer Street with a temple shot, but Polanco beat that ass, and then Keith Hunter went crazy. So you already know he's going to suspend it because he put his hands on the ref and everything after he got stopped from getting lit up.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, he's probably going to look at suspension. And again, and speaking of people prospects that need to be a step up, Xander Zayas, like, you know, yeah, that dude needs to step up. That dude needs to step up because, yeah, his was the fight. I was just like, yeah, this was too easy for him. Like, what are we doing here, people? Like,
the only nigga at 154 taking easy fights.
Yeah,
but Jahai's getting the tough test. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, right.
But Zepeda is supposedly. I mean, not Zepeda.
Zayas
is supposedly fighting Teixeira next, so that's a decent step up, the former champion.
Yeah, that's because you know Teixeira. Teixeira is a former champion, so that's they need to because it's like you know you can't. I mean, the 10-1 prospect shouldn't be fighting tougher opponents than the nigga that's like 17, 18-0. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what in one of the most competitive divisions.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Because it's like this is the thing. Zayas always looked like he had the goods.
Yeah.
At one point, it seemed like he kind of slowed down. Like he was having a few, I wouldn't say stale, but maybe flat performances.
Right.
But then it seemed like he kind of turned it around again. Like he kind of got his groove back. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, okay, he's back on track. It's not like he fell off like... You know how, like, for example, like how Ryan Garcia had that time where he regressed for like 3 years. Like,
yeah,
the Oscar was have that nigga fight nobody. Like, It's not like he went through a period like that, or even a Berlanga period.
Right.
So it's like, okay, like 2024, yo, you need to really mix it up with fucking like the Sharks at 154. No more fucking minnows and. Yeah, I mean, I think you got maybe one Barracuda, but nah, like we need real sharks in this bitch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because Zan says like you can't. I understand because you know obviously he's Puerto Rican. You know, Top Rank wants to obviously market market it to whatever cars that they be making. But yeah, you gotta give them the opponents now. The opponents are lacking. You know, like he's clearly above a certain level of opponents. So you got to start matching him a little tough. You know, but yeah, no, it was overall it was a good fucking weekend of boxing. Like, you know, it was really good. Like, you know, there was a lot to take away, a lot to digest, everything like that.